We got 25 people, babe. Too bad they can't see that.
Let me move up a little.
Worth a try. And a little more. A little more. Like, you know, more. Actually, a little more. Now they got the whole thing in there. Oh no. It busted, babe. Okay. School teachers, remember, babe? That's the one thing, and then dad, okay? So those are the two things to start off with. Huh. We scared everybody away. There's only 69 people on. You know what? Let's start.
It needs to cover right here.
Why is that?
Because that's where the sun is hitting it
Oh,
right there.
you mean to overheat the camera? Well, look here. We need to lift. You have yours there? We'll go ahead and jack it up. One more. There you go. Now the air is hitting directly at the camera and cooling it down, and that's going to fall over. Oh, good. And I think we're ready, huh? Are we using that?
I don't know if it is or not. I turned it on just to see because they said it was a bad connection.
Turn it off, honey. Guess what? My phone threw up. Three, two, one, go. Greetings, family. Let's try this again. I'm sorry about that. We were in an area where I guess the Wi-Fi was just not strong enough. It's good to be with you. It is the 11th of March 2020. I greet you in agape love. We study the Iraqi dinar. Everything that I'm about to say is just things that I want to share with you. It's not factual in the sense that, you know, it's solid. It needs more study, more understanding. It is simply my opinion. I suggest you take it to further study and you take it to God in prayer. Okay? Welcome. Ladies and gentlemen, this is Wednesday, and what we do is we normally give you the report from our Firefly. I'm going to take you all the way back to, well, we were together Monday. So what I'm going to do is take you back all the way literally to the beginning of last week, when this virus, you know, started to really become prominent in Iran. When the government that is Iranian influenced was all of a sudden starting to weaken and be less and less. And then when the virus came around, got rid of a lot more of them. So here we go. We're going back to Saturday. This is the first report that came in Saturday at 4:16 in the morning. Good morning, Mr. Frank. The Speaker of the House, Halabusi, in report as part of a major corruption scheme, saying he's a big player. He is a big player in it. You know, that took a lot of guts for him to come out and say, yeah, yeah, I'm for Iran. Yeah, he says he's a big player in it, and he has received millions by his illegal actions, all coming to light. He was a big opponent against Alawi. We see why now he is corrupt and did not want Alawi and tried to confuse us. I told you. You know, isn't this good? Because you got the fake news that's out there, and then you got this news that comes from the heart of the citizens of Iraq. Not from the pocket of media. Finance Committee, Mr. Frank, we're still in the morning. Finance Committee, or pardon me, I'm sorry, Parliament Finance Committee investigation is also now being shown to us. See what I mean? Remember Monday I was yelling at the camera? Citizens, you know who to vote in. You got the damn list, don't you? Don't mess it up this time, okay? Vote the right people in, the ones that you want. Get involved in this election. Don't be lazy. Remember all those words? Yeah, and they come to find out that this guy Halabusi is bad. Now they're finding out that the former finance committee investigated, saying that $7 billion American dollars, $7 billion American dollars a year did not go to the state treasury. Instead, it went into the pocket of religious leaders. Remember that picture I showed you of all that money stacked up? It was 5 feet away from the wall, or excuse me, 3 feet away from the wall and 5 feet high. Remember, it was a warehouse, and I showed it to you, and I said, "Wow, they passed the offering plate around a couple of times, didn't they?" No, what they do is they use fear tactics, and they're survivors. If it's to the advantage of the holy man to be on the side of Iran, he is. If it's to his advantage to be on the side of the United States, he is. If it's to the advantage of him to be on the side of evil, he is. Isn't that crazy? I mean, that's the way it is. And here, look at here, coming to find out, what are they saying? What are they saying? Well, it turns out that $7 billion a year did not go to the state treasury, you know, the citizens of Iraq. Instead, it went into the pockets of the religious leaders and into the sons' pockets of the religious leaders. Isn't that amazing? Blood is thicker than water, and religious faith. But just like back in the days of the Sanhedrins in the days of Jesus, religion, not faith, there's quite a difference. Religion has been used as a fear tactic. I'm an Aztec Indian, half of me. The other half of me is Spanish, because those two bloods combined together makes a mestizo. That's what I am, a Mexican. I was conquered by the Spaniards. They brought Christianity. They stole all the gold, killed all the men, mated with the women, lined the Sistine Chapel with all the gold they stole, and they were very proud of it. But we brought Jesus to you in a very barbaric manner. In other words, they scared the crap out of the Aztec Indians. And that fear tactic is what a lot of religions do. And here in Iraq, look at that. $7 billion a year went to the religious leaders into the pockets of their sons. The corruption is so fast, and it's stated corruption is worse now than it's ever been in the past inside of Iraq, Mr. Frank. Yeah, some old habits are hard to break. Once you have power, supreme power, and especially in the religious section, because you can't be touched. You can't be touched. Isn't that right, Roman Catholic Church? You can't be touched. And that's how you dominated, and then you became a state, your own country, literally, your own currency, your own, Anyways, power, yeah, definitely. So all of that to me is nothing more but religion. When people say, "What's your religion?" I am doing a UB2B right now. Can you call me back later?
Well, Frank, we can't understand what's going on in Hawaii. Can't understand a thing.
Sir, that is on your end. There are hundreds of people listening right now with no problem. Can you see if you can fix your end? Can you hear me, sir? I thought that would embarrass you. Because you had the guts to call when you know I'm doing this, and yet you want to be taken care of personally right away. You see the pressure that I'm on? I can't satisfy anybody. I can't satisfy everybody. And I'm learning to be a better person for it. God's given me this opportunity to test my patience. How'd you like to be in my shoes? Halabasi groups are marching in Baghdad right now, Mr. Frank, with signs. They're mad. It's like I told you, family. Just like I told you. They're angry. They're like a hornet's nest that got hit by a bunch of sticks. The Iranians are just imploding, I told you. Dying, disintegrating, pulverizing. I mean, they're disappearing. And anyway, so yeah, these guys, Halabusi group, is out and marching in the streets of Baghdad with signs and flags, and now they're screaming and saying that we're going to burn down the rest of all of Iraq if Iraq chooses the pro-choice American prime minister instead of their choice. Check it out. Look at that. Look at that. Now stop and think about it. Remember I told you, why are you worried about the vote? Why are you worried about a prime minister? Why are you worried about the cabinet? Heck, you already saw the list of the cabinet members, right? I mean, what does this tell you? Look at that right there. Iranians know that they have never been voted in. They were put in. Heck, the last few prime ministers were Iranians. Why? Because the United States needs to work with Iran. We don't want to destroy them. We want to work with them. We want to do business with them. Well, with the good government of Iran, the elite supreme, seems like God's taking care of them. Fascinating, isn't it? I wouldn't want to go against God. Nope. These guys are slowly but surely disintegrating. They are going away, but they're going away, family, kicking and screaming. Kicking and screaming. They're mad as hell. Oh, gee whiz. Hold on, family. You know what my phone's doing right now, throwing up. Oh, you little piece of work, you. Oh, by the way, while I'm trying to find us back to where we were, I made a big mistake the last time we were together, and I felt so bad about it. I said something about SAT tests, and I said that I didn't like the way that people put an IQ on me or college entrance number, academic number on me, based on a test that was done by a bunch of people that don't even live in my neighborhood. What you know about my IQ? And then I said, that's the problem with the educational system. It sucks. I made a mistake. And I humbly apologize to the teachers of the world. There are teachers that give everything. But those teachers are less and less, and you can't argue with me about that. But it's not like they want to be bad teachers. It's just that our dollar does not go to the education system. Here in Hawaii, it's horrible. The kids go to school. and they sweat all day long. They're little hot boxes. They look like barracks, don't they, Tink? It's sad. A teacher salary here, if you're lucky, it might be around close to somewhere around 30,000. It is horrible. The benefits, nothing. I'm sorry, minimal. Horrible. The state here is so filthy rich with all this tourism, but they don't put anything into the education system. They'd much rather that you teach your children at home. Yeah, it's pretty bad. So you teachers that are out there, if I insulted anyone, I apologize. And for you teachers that are not teaching because you are limited because of whatever financial issues, from our states, our government, our federal government as well, I pray for you. I sympathize with you. So Halabusa and all these people and religious guys and all these Iranian people, they're mad, family, and they're out in the streets and they got signs and they're marching all over. And now they got this theme that they started last Tuesday, almost a week ago. And what they did is they started to go out and they said, those that are left, we're going to burn down all of Iraq. If you so much as dare take, what's it say? You see that? The pro-American Prime Minister choice. Well, what's that tell you? It tells you what I've been telling you. We put in the Prime Minister. Maliki, Mahdi, Abadi, Alawi, all these guys, we put them in. And when we're done, we take them out. And we take the ones that are on the side of Iran so that we can manipulate and control Iran through the Prime Minister of Iraq. But a lot of these guys got their britches too big because Obama gave them a lot of freedom and pulled out our troops. Things went sour after that. Then Iran decides, well, we're just going to go ahead and start bombing more into American bases in Iraq. Uh-oh, we just shut down. Yep, it's super hot. All right, call. No, you can't call anybody, can you?
There's a car like right up on her.
Anyways, it says that we are still on. So I get this guy in the back of me, so you all watch him. I don't know why in the world he decided to... Oh, gee whiz, look at this. You see anybody in your rearview mirror? Is he in the car?
It's hard to see. There's glare. Well, somebody's in there because they just pulled up.
Alrighty. I can see him here. I can see him here.
Getting out.
And he's getting out. Hold on, family.
Working.
Oh, bless his heart. He's the gardener. So what were we saying, family?
American approved.
Yeah, American approved, huh? You watching that? Let's see. I hope you don't mind. We're going to have to blast the air conditioner a little harder, family, to cool down our phones here. Yeah, that'll really help that one right there. Alrighty, so anyways, yeah, here it says that we Iranians that are left, we're going to burn down the whole country if you take the choice of American for Prime Minister, which tells you what I've been telling you, okay? We call the shots. We pick the people that go in that, from cabinet to the to parliament. Well, parliament, they vote him in pretty much, but we give them the list and we put in the Prime Minister. Why? Who else is feeding Iraq? Who else is sending them $1 billion a month? Who else is invested heavily with American lives and money? No one. Oh, sure. You got all the coalition force. You got all, but not as much as we have. And I believe that puts us in a position of authority to call the shots for their government. But it's been backfiring because these little weasels, these prime ministers we put in, except the last one, Alawi, they think that their bridges are bigger than what they should be. Anyway, so after he says that, and it basically proves what we've been saying all along, don't worry about no stinking elections. We put them in, we take them out. Got it? Okay. So I say to him once again, just like I told you, the United States is dealing with Iran every day. Soon, Eddie, you will return home. Soon, you're going to see a televised broadcast about the monetary reform. This whole cause, in my opinion, leave that off, baby, if you would, babe. He says, well, okay, Mr. Frank, but our streets right now are full of protesters, and they're burning tires and buildings, and they're saying that they're full of anger. There's more reports today on high-ranking officials in Iran that have passed away from the virus. Funny, Mr. Frank, every day we're hearing that Iranian people or Iranian officials are dying. You ever hear of a smart bomb? Well, of course you have. You know, the one that, and you ride on the back of it, and you see where it hits. Did you ever hear of a smart virus? We can't have those talks unless they're one-on-one. If you can give me the names of those that are dying from this virus, all these officials, Iranian officials, that would help me. I'd appreciate it. We had the list, but there's so many of them dying, we can't keep up with it. He had them, but he said that they lie also so much that it's not even accurate. It's probably in the hundreds. Who knows real number? They lied. Latest today was that their health minister is dying. He should get a new job. Let's see. Now we continue. We're at 4:22 in the afternoon, Saturday. And that's not this past Saturday. It was the Saturday past. Halabasi has given Iraq a deadline of March the 15th. Really? What you want? What you want? Well, they're saying that that they want to stop all the interaction with the United States. Really? We can't send emails to each other no more? They don't want the United States to be involved in Iraq in any way, shape, or form. And if if Iraq does not stop this by March the 15th with the United States, then Iraq will face the consequences. Halabasi will burn down Iraq and kill women and children and anyone who defies Halabas. Anyone who defies Halabasi's wishes after March the 15th, they will all meet death. Halabasi, say hello to my little friend. I'd like for you to meet someone too. But in the meantime, do you see the fear tactic? This is the fear tactic that is used in warfare. And it's what was used by Iran to forever to brainwash Iraq that, we own you. And now that they don't, and they realizing, and the international world is seeing it too. Oh, Iran, you messing with you woke up a sleeping giant, the United States, Donald Trump. And now it's costing you big time, and you're disappearing. And the international world sees that. And the desperation is what? What's left of you? I'm sorry. Too soon? Okay. For those of you Iranians, you're idiots. You're evil. I got no problems laughing at you. I got no problems with you dying. It's not my will. Apparently it's your will. But you're telling now the people the same, you're using the fear tactics that you've used forever, and whatever little bit you got left, now you're scared, aren't you? Now you're scared, aren't you? What's it feel like, sucker? I still pray for you, though. So sometimes I feel like I'm wasting my time, but I still pray for you, Iran. So you continue to use your fear tactics, and now you're telling the Iraqi citizens they got until March the 15th to stop any interaction with the United States or face the consequences. Halabosi will burn down and kill. Look at this. Look at this crap. Look at this. Yeah, laughing hyenas. Yeah, laughing hyenas. You were feeding upon the carcass of the Iraqi citizens and the American taxpayer. But all of a sudden, the lion shows up, huh? You're scared, aren't you? Wet your pants, did you? Now what you gonna do? Come up with more crap. And by the way, Daddy, the lion, we are pouring in. Halabasi is threatening to kill women, children, anyone who defies his wishes after March the 15th will meet death. Sunday, 3:59 a.m. in the morning. Good morning, sir. Abadi doing television interview. Eddie says throwing the Shiites under the bus. What? Abadi's doing an interview and he's throwing the Shiites under the bus. Good for Abadi. I like Abadi anyways. What's he saying? He's throwing in the Shiite. Can you imagine? Can you see that in your mind early in the morning? Abadi gets out there. He's like, I mean, look at this soap opera. Look at this soap opera, man. As the sands pour in Iraq. And today's episode is the drama of whether or not former Prime Minister Abadi will be loved by the people once again. A love affair. Which way will it go? We'll be right back after these words from Procter & Gamble. Hi, y'all got yellow teeth? This stuff don't work, but I just okay. So yeah, the soap opera is amazing. Abadi is doing. He goes on TV. He put his best suit on. You know. He called me. Ring a ding ding. Hello, who this? Oh, Frank 26. Yeah. Can I borrow one of your suits? Why? I'm gonna go on TV. Well, okay, I guess. Abadi is doing a television interview, and Eddie is saying that he's throwing all of the Shiites under the bus, big time. He's saying to us citizens that it's because them that caused Alawi government to fail, and you all like the Alawi, but they wanted the old ways still with Iranian influence. And that's something, all this stuff, that's what we said, right? I told you so. And here we are reading it. That's what a soap opera is. And they want the old way still. I don't want to die. I don't want to go back to Iran. I don't want coronavirus. No. Is anybody listening or watching? No. Alrighty. So it don't matter how much of a stink you make, Iran. And yeah. You think that you're still going to be a problem? Well, you are. You're a nuisance. And you want the old ways. You didn't want Alawi. It says here, they still want the old ways. Because they wanted the old ways still, and Alawi wanted what citizens wanted. Free independent candidates. Saying the actions of the Shiites has put Iraq in a serious political situation and economic disaster soon compiled with the virus outbreak. And it was around that time that they started talking about the fact that, we're a country that's going to go bankrupt. No, you're not. Shut up. So the television followed up on this, Mr. Frank, this morning, also showing the National Integrity Team, who investigates fraud and corruption, has arrested 2 people in Kirkuk for stealing property and cash totaling 5 billion American dollars, all listed in Kirkuk state-owned. The corruption is massive, and in all cities and teams is saying they will hunt all down and hold them accountable. This is good, Mr. Frank. Yeah, I told you, Eddie. Just because you can't see it. Walking Stick says just because you can't read it doesn't mean that ain't happening. And I told you, it's being cleaned up. A body, a body is, you see whose side he picked? You see who the other guy's side where they picked? Stupid. A body seems to be the only smart one. Marty, you better clean your act up if you want to stick around. And I think he will. But continuing, Abadi is also saying on television in the interview that the reason the Shiites are blocking is because their leader for former leader of the Iranian Revolutionary Guard, who was killed by the United States drone attack, and they all back Iran and are saying they will never agree to the prime minister unless it's their choice. America should not interfere. Ha! Interfere! Look who's not talking. Not Iran. Like, you got the nerve to say America shouldn't interfere. What are you doing? It's saying that USA drone attack, Iran saying they will never agree to prime minister, because we're the ones who put it in, unless it's their choice. No. And then we have the Hayabusa threatens Iraq parliament, giving them until March the 25th to agree with them and stop all talks with the United States, and basically, or suffer the consequences. Yeah. Well, hey, sucker, what happened to the 15th? What happened to the 15th? Where is it now? The 30th? You stupid. Iran, listen to me. I'm going to draw a line in the sand for you, okay? Here, there's a line. I'm drawing a line in the sand for you, okay? Now, I dare you to cross that line. And you will, because you're suicidal. You got no other option, do you? Now, once you cross that line, guess what? Now you're on my side. That's if you want to survive. You need to work with us. Those that are left of the Supreme Elite. We're not conquerors like, Mussolini, Hitler, We're not sadistical. We're capitalists. We make money, honey. And we're also good people. Most of us are of good heart, Christian heart. And we share that money. We help people. Iranian Supreme Elite bozos. The few of you that are left, you can be helped. You can become a part of all of this. The future of Iraq, the one you were stealing. And whether or not you like it, or whether or not you like this, the United States is doing all of this. And if you don't like it, die. For all I care. So I'm tired of praying for you. Mr. Frank, they keep telling us, and they moved it to the 25th. The Shiites are trying to get Mahdi reinstated as prime minister, and Abadi and the other officials are saying, that is a violation of the Constitution and would be carried to federal court if the Shiites keep trying this. So, yeah, you notice that Iranians, do you notice that you're being kicked out? I mean, they're making laws just to kick your ass out. You can't come back in. Fascinating, isn't it, family? Yeah, Mr. Frank, Iran's Halabusi militia in Iraq is not happy. You think? They're not happy, Mr. Frank. They're setting fires in the streets today, and they're saying that all Iraqis will be burned. Oh, excuse me, all of Iraq will be burned on March the 15th if Iraq does not stop talks with the United States. Oh, we're back to the 15th? which is it, man? The supreme elite leaders better get their dates right. I mean, if you're going to threaten somebody, make it seem realistic. Don't change the date. That doesn't even exist. So, Sunday, 7:23 in the morning. Now on the news, the Shiites, after being thrown under the bus all day, once again, as the sands turn in the Iraq soap opera. Today, ladies and gentlemen, we have the Shiites with their flat heads that have been run over by buses by a body are announcing that they have come to a choice. A choice? Did he say a choice, Jan?
Yes.
Did he say a choice?
Mm-hmm.
What choice is that? We'll be right back after these words from Nabisco. Please enjoy. Hi! You got yellow teeth? Well, this won't help it either. Bye-bye. So, now on the news, the Shiites, after being thrown under the bus the day before by Holloway, excuse me, it's kind of like the movie Speed, with Keanu Reeves and that girl with the crooked nose but the pretty face. What's her name? Sharon, or no, what's her name? What is her name? What is her name? She won an Academy Award for that movie with a football player that goes, what is her name? What is her name? The black hair. She got the beautiful black eyes and the black hair. And she walks bow-legged, but she's still got that John Wayne walk. What is her name? Sharon, no, let me see. Sandra Bullock.
There you go.
Thank you, CSS. Thank you. Yeah, I thought of that. No, I thought of it all myself. Yeah. What are we being trapped? Man, we got car in front, car in back of us here, man. Alrighty, so where we leave off? Well, the continuing soap opera. So what happened? What happened? Well, that's it, family. I hope you enjoyed your conference call. I'll see you tomorrow. So what? What happened? On the news, the Shiites, after being thrown under the bus by a body, are announcing, I give up. No. They're announcing that they have come to a choice. Life or death? Pick one. They have come to a choice. And it's an independent candidate for the Prime Minister. That's better than I give up with a white flag. Come on, are you serious? No, for real, Eddie? Yeah, they did. He comes, they got, a body says, here's the list, here's the name, here's how much they stole, here's what they did, here's their underwear size, here's everything, man. Wow! So those that remained came out and they said, let's go ahead and support this new name, and oh my gosh, it's an independent candidate, just like the citizens want. No, look here. Look here. It don't matter. It didn't matter what they said before. It don't matter now. And you want an independent candidate just like the citizens want now. What, you think you're going to stick around just because you said that? You probably will, because that's what you needed to do in order to survive. I just told you, right? The fittest survive, even if you're stupid. Sunday, 9:14 a.m. I respond, do you see why I'm not saying much of Wait, did I reach you? So independent candidate, yeah. So let's see what Chalet does. And then I said, do you see why I don't say much, man? Do you see? Here's what I said. Do you see why I'm not saying much? Because everything I tell you always happens. God bless you, Neil. Thank you for helping in the translations. God bless you, Eddie. But you still have to go through a few more weeks of this garbage, in my opinion. Of this garbage. America knows what's going on, and we have a plan to defend, to defend you if needed. Let me make sure to defend you if needed. You'll see why in a minute. I keep telling you, Iran can say all they want, but it has no authority, you guys, and they will never get what they want, nor will they ever remove America from Iraq. Now they're coming out that they're saying that they want the same thing that the citizens want. Who gives a squat? Because tomorrow they'll come out and say they want the opposite of what the citizens want. Don't pay attention to these people. Yes, and he said, yes, sir. Sunday, 11:18 in the morning. The corrupt officials are racing to get all the deals done with contracts right now because no caretaker government has accountability over such actions, so they can steal like crazy and nothing can be done to them by the caretaker government. Isn't that what I just say? The next day, something different. What a bunch of cowards, weasels, wolves. 1 minute, oh yeah, okay, we support the citizens. Well, no, we don't support the citizens. We want Iran. Oh, okay, we support independent. The next day, and then the next day, what are they? Oh, excuse me. Hey, by the way, Mr. Contractor, yeah, we are the government of Iraq. Yeah, I know. What about it? Would you like some oil? Yeah. At that price? Yeah. Okay. Give me plenty. Okay, sign right here. All right. Now make transactions. Wire the money. All set. Okay, ready? Okay. And the contractor that made this deal with the fake elite, the fake Iranian political people in there, they're signing contracts that are not legal and binding. You think they would be smart enough not to do something like that? But it's desperation. And these Iranian officials make it seem like they are official. No, these Iranians, once again, the last gasp of a dying man as his head goes under quicksand, is to curse the world, I guess, unless they have faith in God, and that is to ask for God's blessings to enter His light as you leave this world. But these guys are going kicking and fighting and screaming and yelling and stealing and still doing the same old to their very last breath. Contractor, sign here. Give me the money. Okay. Contractor says, where's the stuff? Good luck. Yeah, besides, I'm not going to be here anyways. Look, let me read that to you again now that I've explained it so you can understand it better. About doing television interview. Thank you, babe. Saying that they're throwing the Shiites under the bus big time, saying it was them that caused the Alawi government to fail because they wanted the old ways, and still Alawi wanted what the citizens wanted, and that was a free independent candidate. Saying that the actions of the Shiites has put Iran in a serious political situation and economic disaster, soon compiled with a virus outbreak. Oh dear God, I'm so sorry. My phone threw up. I already read that to you. Why didn't you tell you something? Come on, family. Abadi saying in the interview that the reason the Shiites are backing is because their leader or former leader, the Iranian Revolutionary Guard, was killed by... Nope, I already read you that too. Come on, family. Where was I? Sunday. Then I say, do you see why? And he says the corrupt are racing to get the deals done. Here it is. The corrupt officials are racing to get all the deals done with contracts right now because no caretaker government has accountability over such actions, so they can steal like crazy and nothing can be done to them by the caretaker government. Our television is showing interviews saying that the officials in Iraq are saying the level of corruption that the Speaker of the House, Halabusi, has reached now is disgusting. And you know what I said? He says, it's disgusting. And I said, it's vomiting. It is, Mr. Frank. Eddie says that has a ring. Excuse me. Halabusi was a ring leader against Alawi when Alawi was here for that month, and we see why he is on payroll of Iran. Yeah, and now you also see why he's on the list of the United States of America. Sunday, 1:19 in the afternoon. Borders with Iran closed off today until March the 15th due to preventing the spread of the virus. Sunday, 4:02 in the afternoon. Russian television reports that 10 members of Iraqi parliament who are close with the Iran counterparts have been infected with the virus. Reports say these 10 parliamentaries are at Baghdad Hospital. Monday, 6:54 a.m. Mr. Frank, several planes. What's going on? Several planes. What's going on with hundreds of American troops and heavy equipment have landed. At the northern base by Ambar. They're saying that the United States of America is reinforcing all their bases. Is reinforcing all their bases with extra protection. Throw another bomb. Throw another bottle cap. You threw 14 this morning. Stupid. Pretty soon you ain't gonna be able to throw a rock. Parliament will meet next Saturday, the 14th, after the virus outbreak, but the Kurds have closed the entire month their parliament. Also, the Iraqi stock exchange closed until the 21st. Iranian militia still in the streets, burning tires, threatening Iraq will burn if Iraq gives in to the United States of America demands. Desperate last words, correct? They're dying, family. They're disappearing. Financial experts are saying to us, Mr. Frank, that the 2020 budget may now be 100 billion overdue. Yeah, remember I told you it was about 170 trillion? Well, now it's even more, 100 billion overdue. And it says that it's due to the low oil prices currently around $30 for the budget, and because the budget had price of oil at 56. They're saying that the crash of the Iraqi economy has begun, Mr. Frank. Thanks. Hold on, Will. Can you hear me? Will, can you hear me?
Yes, sir.
Okay, hold on. Let me just round it off here. They're saying that the okay, so the budget may now be over 100 billion overdue due to the low prices currently around. The $30 budget had prices of 56. They're saying that the crash of the Iraqi economy has begun thanks not only to the low oil prices, but the corruption of parliament and other government officials. I'm going to stop. We left off Monday, 9/12. Monday, 9/12 in the morning. Ladies and gentlemen, we now turn over to Will, and we'll see when he finishes, and we'll continue afterwards. Will, the floor is yours, sir.
Good evening, Frank.
Good evening.
Awfully nice to be here with you and the family again this evening. And I'm doing my call remotely tonight. I'm not in my usual location, so hey, I hope it goes well. Anyway, listen, folks, welcome to the call this evening, and welcome, hopefully, to some information that you might find helpful for your family and yourself, maybe a friend or two. We're not here to sell you anything. If you want to participate and purchase the product, hey, that's great. But what we're here to do is to educate you concerning a new method of affecting your body in a positive manner. Let's just put it that way. I can't say treatment, I can't say medicine, I can't say anything like that according to the FDA, so I won't say that. But you'll get the idea as we go along, okay, guys? Anyway, let's just start from the beginning. We have a coronavirus out there. Coronavirus got nothing to do with the beer, and that's something that everyone seems to be really concerned with now, since the news media is shoving it down our throats. And hey, what can you do? Anyway, let's see what it is that causes the coronavirus. Okay, guys, there is something that is created in our bodies, all of our bodies, everyone. It's called free radicals. They're free radicals. They're molecules that are created when we breathe oxygen and when we process food through our bodies. Free radicals are born, or they're created, with one electron. They don't like to have just having one electron. They like having two electrons. So what they do is they approach the antioxidants in our bodies, and they have an electron donated to them so that they can feel safe and secure and whole. Now, when we're young, our bodies are producing 4 youth enzymes, Y-O-U-T-H, youth enzymes. And those youth enzymes create millions and millions and millions and millions and millions, maybe even trillions of antioxidants every single day, okay? Now, when we reach up in our age of 25, 30 years old, those youth enzymes start, it's like they got a dimmer switch on. They start reducing production. And that's when aging and disease start attacking. That's when you really start aging, about 25 or 30 years old. Now, what can we do about those youth enzymes? How can we get those back? How can we get those antioxidants back to levels that will do us some good? Well, without the antioxidants, the free radicals will run around in your body and start stealing electrons from your healthy cells. That's what brings on the onset of aging and disease, is because these free radicals are damaging your cells. Now, this theory of aging has been being studied now for about 45 or 50 years, and the leading clinical research facilities have come to the conclusion as a group that over 250 diseases are caused by free radical damage in people's body, because everyone has free radicals. There's nothing you can do to get away from them. They're very natural. They're naturally occurring in our bodies. But our company has found a way to activate the cells in the body to have the body start producing those youth enzymes again, thereby creating the antioxidants on their own again, okay? Our own body producing antioxidants. Now, you might say, well, golly, I'm too old. You know, I'm 60, I'm 70, I'm 50, I'm 80, I'm 90. I can't do that anymore. Au contraire, because there's been 31 clinical studies done on this product, and they all prove that the product is 100% effective in 100% of the cases, no matter the subject's age or health condition. So yes, everyone is helped. Everyone can start producing these youth enzymes again and get those antioxidants producing again. You might ask, well, who is it that have done these clinical studies, and how can we trust them? Well, we're talking about medical research facilities from Ohio State University, Washington State University. We're talking about Harvard University. We're talking about Johns Hopkins University. We're talking about the National Institutes of Health, which is part of the, within the National Institutes of Health, there's a department called the National Institutes on Aging, and they did a 10-year study on 20 products, and ours was one of the 20 that was included in that testing. And I'll give you the results of what they found here in just a minute, but the American Heart Association actually endorses our product. They'll tell people, yeah, you need to take that stuff. So anyway, those are the types of people who have done the testing. I mean, I could go on naming the facilities, LSU, Virginia Commonwealth University. I mean, there's a bunch of them in the U.S. and overseas. And the reason that they got interested in studying it was because they saw an ABC Primetime Live news report back in 2005 that was talking about our product and how it can reduce the free radicals in your body by 40% in 30 days. And they were like, no, ain't no way. That's crazy. If that's true, that's groundbreaking. That is groundbreaking. So then they got on board and started spending millions of their own money using their own scientists and getting the studies underway, you know. So yeah, it's true. It's for real. We've got all the paperwork. It's been published on PubMed.gov. We know what we know, for sure, okay? Now, what can you do besides taking our product? Well, you could go natural and try to eat foods that are high in antioxidants, like blueberries or broccoli or stuff like that. Well, you'd have to eat 11 pounds of blueberries every day to get the same effect. To get the same effect, you'd have blue lips, wouldn't you, Frank?
Blue everything.
The blue man.
I mean, I like blueberries, but I can't eat 11 pounds of them a day. Oranges, you could eat oranges. They're high in antioxidants. You'd have to eat 367 of them every day to do away with the number of free radicals that are created in your body every single day. We're talking about 3.9 quadrillion, or sextillion. It's a really high number. It's got so many zeros on it. I don't even know how to pronounce the number that it actually is. It's huge, in other words. So you can imagine if that many free radicals are attacking your cells in your body with no defense at all and no antioxidants to loan them or to give them electrons, a lot of cells in your body are being damaged every single day. And what's your heart made of? Cells. What's your kidneys made of? Cells. What's your brain made of? Cells. So if these free radicals are damaging cells in those areas of your body, think about it. Why is there heart disease? Why is there kidney disease? Why is there Alzheimer's and that type of thing? Parkinson's and those types of things. It's free radicals. Free radicals are damaging. And when you get to the point to where your body's ability to fight or to donate electrons to those free radicals has been impeded, and you can no longer do that on a massive scale like you did when you were younger, that's called oxidative stress. And that's where all these scientists are agreeing that oxidative stress is the direct link between 250 diseases. So yeah, it's a pretty awesome product. When you take just one of these little yellow pills, it does away with 40% of your oxidative stress in 30 days. 30 days, guys. And on the ABC News Primetime Report, John Quinones found he took his for 2.5 weeks, and his oxidative stress was lowered by 45%. So it can be a little better than 40% in 30 days. Now, if you take the product for 120 days, the oxidative stress is reduced by up to 70% on average. Okay? And it gets better the longer you take it. It's a cumulative product, okay? Now, that's one theory of aging that we cover, okay? And keep in mind, not trying to sell you nothing. I just want to get this information to you, okay? I'm going to offer you my phone number and my email address here in a few minutes. So if you want all this information in an email, I can certainly get it over to you so you can look at it all, digest it at your own leisure or whatever, No big deal there. Now, let's talk about another theory of aging. Let's talk about the mitochondria theory of aging. The mitochondria theory of aging is the older you grow, the less your mitochondria are producing energy. Mitochondria are in the nucleus of each cell, and there's bunches of them. I mean, there's like 560 mitochondria in the nucleus of each cell. I don't know how God got all this into the nucleus of the cell, but he did it mightily. But as we grow older, our ability for our mitochondria to produce energy and electricity for cellular communication is really, really reduced a lot, because, mitochondria are sort of like a machine that run, and the machine, the older you get, it gets a little rusty. The antioxidants aren't there. The free radicals are attacking your cells, so the mitochondria as well. So our company has found a way to enhance those mitochondria so that they will start producing or activating those mitochondria, so they will actually start producing like they did when you were less than 15 years old. As far as antioxidant production is concerned, with the first product that I was discussing with you, after taking this product for 30 days, you can take a vial of your blood into a laboratory or a doctor's office, along with the blood of a newborn baby, and you can hand them both vials to the doctor and ask the doctor to identify your blood. He won't be able to do it. They're that compatible after taking these products. It's crazy, guys. It really is crazy. Now, if you take the NRF1 and then take the NRF2, your cells are operating on a level that you haven't seen since you're in your early teens, okay? Let's talk about one more theory of aging real quick. Let's talk about the Sirtuin theory of aging. The Sirtuin theory, now, it gets good just at the end of the Sirtuin discussion, so hang on. I'll give you some great information on that. The Sirtuin theory of aging is this. In your nucleus of your cell, there are receptors called sirtuins. And the sirtuins are the generals of the cells. They tell the mitochondria what to do and when to do it and where to do it. They tell the antioxidants what to do, where to do, and where to do it, when to do it. And they tell the 4-youth enzymes what to do, where to do, and when to do. So they are the generals. They actually control the entire cell, and they are also in the nucleus of the cell. Now, here's the deal with sirtuins. Sirtuins like to feed on NAD. NAD. I'm not even going to try to pronounce that name. It is so long and scientific. But if you search the internet for NAD, you'll come up with it. You'll see what I'm talking about. Anyway, this NAD in your bodies, as you grow older, becomes dry and distasteful to sirtuins. Sirtuins just don't like it anymore. It's not new and fresh and juicy anymore, So they don't eat it. And so they become a little blasé, and they're not doing their job like they should be doing, right? Well, our company has actually found a way of activating that NAD, dressing it up, if you will. We're putting a nice new dress on it, some makeup, some lipstick, if you will. And we're making that NAD very, very appealing to the sirtuins again. So the sirtuins start eating the NAD again. So now you've got your sirtuins managing your cells in the proper fashion. You've got your mitochondria firing and giving you cellular communications energy, along energy for you just to get up out of the chair and go. And then you've got the 4-youth enzymes producing the antioxidants at a massive, massive level to do away with the free radical problem. So now your cells are operating at a level you haven't seen since you were 13 or 14 years old. Now, we're not talking about supplementation here, guys. We're really not.
That's a good point. That's a good point. Will, I'm so sorry. I didn't mean to interfere.
Go ahead,
No,
Frank.
that's a dang good point. This is not supplementation. This is something that is part of our bodies, part of our systems, and things something that we need for all of our system, our immune system, our respiratory system, all of it. It's not a supplementation, like, oh, how do I, like you're missing vitamin A, vitamin D, whatever. No,
Right.
this it'd be like saying, hey, you're missing some air from your tire. Okay, that's fine. But if you said to me, you're missing your tire, well, now that's a different story. This is not supplementation.
Exactly.
This is not just a little air. This is part of the whole system of the body. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to interfere.
Let's just say it this way, Frank. This is not supplementation. This is activation.
All right, I like that. I'll be silent now. I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
No, it's okay. It's okay. I love your input. But here's the thing. When you're talking about supplements, you're talking about, oh, well, I need some vitamin C, or I need some vitamin D, or I need some vitamin A, or I need some vitamin K. Well, supplements are there until you can get enough of it back into your body to where you don't need it anymore, okay?
Right.
And then you stop taking those supplements. These products are designed to activate your body to act the same way it did when you were born, between the time you were born and the time you're 15 years old. And hey, if you want to know, if you want to see a miracle, wait till your body starts acting like it's 0 to 15 again. What was your body doing at that time? They were producing 4-eth enzymes. They were producing the antioxidants. The mitochondria was firing. The mitochondria was producing energy. You were running all over the house when your mom and daddy told you not to. I mean, you know, your Sirtuins were operating properly, and you were not sick, and you didn't have wrinkles, right? Do you know how many genes? Here's what we're talking about. We're talking about flipping switches in your gene pool, upregulating when necessary. Your body knows what to do and how to do it. Down-regulating the genes when you need to down-regulate. We're talking about giving your body the ability to operate the way that God had intended it to operate from the very beginning. And I don't know about you guys, but I would rather trust God's creation than some MD with a handful of pills. I'd just rather trust God.
Amen.
And
Amen.
And that's what we do. That's what we do. Now, like I said, you can buy it, not buy it, doesn't matter to me. But I want to get this information into your hands, okay? So get your pen and a piece of paper. I'm going to give you my phone number and my email address. And I'm going to send you even more information than you've just heard. Now, you've heard Dr. Rich on the call before. Some of you have. Some of you have never heard him before because you hadn't been there on those days, which is all right. But Dr. Rich was a 30-year naturopathic doctor who retired. And after he found this product, he came out of retirement. He didn't start his office again, but he certainly started educating people on these products, okay? So, yeah, it can make a big difference in people's lives. And people here in the family, I venture to say there's probably 1,000 or 2,000 of you. You know the power of it. You call me and tell me about it all the time.
Amen.
So, you know, we can see it in their testimonials. All right, the information. If you would like more information on this product, you can call me at 910-690-6008. That's 910-690-6008. Or you can just email me and you can say, I'm with Frank, and I'll send you the information in your email. That is, if you call me, just tell me what your email address is and I'll get it over to you. Or if you have some questions that you want to ask me, I'll be happy to talk with you about that. My email address is CLQUIK12@gmail.com. That's CLQUIK12@gmail.com. Okay? Please write for the information. Really, all we're trying to do is give you some information that you can educate yourself on, that you can make a more well-educated decision about your own health, okay? Now, I'm going to give you 2 examples of conclusions that these research facilities came to. 3, actually. Okay, number 1 is from Washington State University. After they did their clinical studies, they came back, and here's the quote from them. They said, "This is potentially the greatest preventative discovery in the history of medicine."
Yeah, well put.
Boom! That's pretty serious.
Yeah.
It's potentially the greatest preventative discovery in the history of medicine. Now, the National Institutes of Health, which is the National Institutes on Aging within the Department of Health, they did their 10-year clinical study of 20 different products, and they said at the end of that, there is only one product that we have ever found that led to an extension of lifespan, and it's this product. It also very well may what is it? How do they say it? It very well may delay illness and disease. That was their findings. That's the federal government saying that, and I don't mind telling you that because the FDA can't do anything about it. Their own government people told us that, and printed it. And then the American Heart Association, I'll tell you about them real quick. They did a clinical study to see if our product would assist transplant patients in not getting hardening of the arteries, right? Well, they gave the study out to 3 different universities, and they said, "Hey, do this study for us. We want to know. We want to know what's up." So they brought the results back, and it was all the same. It was very helpful in that aspect of what they were asking. The American Heart Association did not believe it. They said, "No, that cannot be right. This can't be. No one's ever done anything like this before. It just can't be. Do it again." So they did another study. Came back the exact same way. They said, "Oh, well, here we go. This is some good stuff, boys and girls. This is some good stuff." So, yeah, I mean, lives are changing, folks. I can't tell you it's going to cure your cancer. I can't tell you it's going to do anything for your kidneys. I can't tell you any of that. But that's where I'll leave it right there. We can't make any health claims at all on this stuff. I mean, we're not a prescription medication. We're not covered through the FDA and all that good stuff. You know how those government agencies are. So I'll leave it at that. So anyway, that's my story. That's the story of the product line. You'll when you get this email, you'll get the clinical studies. You'll get some conversations from some medical doctors. You'll get some conversation from the creator. You'll get to see the ABC News report that they did back in 2005 that led to all of our success. That was the greatest promotion I think anybody's ever had within their company. I mean, those guys came over to do a hit piece on us, and it turned out to be the greatest advertising we've ever had in our company's history, simply because the stuff worked. It did what we thought that what we said it was going to do, and it just turned out to be a great thing. And the news reporter that actually did the report is still taking the product, and that was way back in 2005. Today, what is it, 15 years later, he's still taking the stuff. Yeah, he loves it. He said, "I'll never be without it." So, with that being said, Frank, let's give away some free product real quick. You want to?
Alrighty.
All right, now you don't have to know how to spell this word. Just write it. Okay? The first person that puts this word in the chat room will win free product this evening, okay? Innovative, Innovative.
Innovated.
Type in innovative.
I'm looking for innovated. The first person
And
that I
Frank,
see.
You can't play, Frank.
No, I won't play. I promise. Somebody's calling it in. You can't call in the word, guys. You have to post the word innovated. There it is. Oh, wait a minute. Stop. Good grief, man.
What happened? What happened?
It was like a machine gun. There were so many names. Okay, it looks like the first one was KC Rick. KC-Rick. Take it from there, Will.
Kansas City Rick.
Yep.
Hey, KC Rick, let me give you my phone number again so you can call me and give me your shipping information. I want to get this free product over to you. It's 910-690-6008, okay? Give me a call either today or tomorrow. Give me your shipping information. We ship all the free product out on the 20th day of the month, which is pretty quick, actually. It's about 9 days from today. So, yeah, it'll go out to you, and we appreciate you. Congratulations on your win. Hey, win. Just like Trump, win. We win a lot. And, guys, I hope God blesses you mightily this week. Write in for the information and get yourself educated on what this stuff can do, because you're probably sitting there saying, why ain't I never heard of this before? Listen, I was in the supplement business on the wholesale retail side for 25 years and just heard about it year before last. My mouth was dragging the floor. I couldn't believe I'd never heard of it before. And I was certain that it cost at least $1,000 a month. It does not. Believe that. It's nowhere close. It's very, 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 very affordable for anyone on any budget. So yeah, and we'll include all that information in the email as well, guys. Okay?
Hey, Will.
Yes, sir.
There's a lot of people asking, what's the name of the product? You and I know why. I think they deserve
Let me explain that real quick.
They deserve an answer. Go ahead.
Let me explain that. I could get on here and tell you the name of this product. I really could. But if I said the name of the product in the first part of my presentation, what are you going to be doing? You're going to be sitting there on Google University looking it up, right? You're not going to be paying attention to the information I'm trying to give you. You're going to be Googling. Well, that's just a big waste of time on yours and my part, because, why am I sitting here talking? Okay, the next reason is there are some people that are knocking off our product, and they're selling it through eBay and through Amazon, okay? Those products are not ours. You cannot get our products through eBay and Amazon. When we've had some of those products tested in the past, the packaging looks the same, the bottles look the same, the labels look the same, but the product inside was pure yard dirt.
Yard dirt?
Believe it or not, it truly was. And you could have gotten, you could have gotten sick by eating some of this stuff. I mean, you just don't buy supplementation off of Amazon or eBay. That's crazy. Plus, you want the company backing you. You want the company to back you in the event, you don't have a good experience. You might want your money back, whatever. You can do that through ordering through the company instead of ordering it from some knockoff cat sitting in China on eBay or on Amazon. So that's the reason I don't mention it. So please don't hate me for it, but we do have a reason for not mentioning that portion of it. It's in the email, guys. It's all in the email. It's all there, drawn out for you, laid out for you. Okay, guys? And listen, some of you guys are calling me already. That's great. I appreciate it. But I'll probably get back with you tomorrow. Okay? So don't hate me. I'll get back with you tomorrow for sure, though. And Frankie, that's it for me, baby. Congratulations to our winner, Rick.
Thank you, Will. God bless you, and I appreciate the time and effort to teach about this product. We believe in it.
All right. God bless y'all.
Yes,
hey,
sir.
listen. If you want to know another reason we don't mention the name of the product is if you put the name of the product in a Google search, you'll come up with all kinds of good stuff, bad stuff, in between stuff. And you might say, well, why you come up with bad stuff concerning the product name? Well, listen to this. What would happen if you had put Jesus Christ into a Google search? You would come up with everything from he was the son of God to he was the son of Satan to he was a man to he was a prophet. I mean, you'd be coming up with all kinds of nonsense depending on who wanted to put what out there. So that's another reason that we don't mention the name of the product straight up front. We include it in the email. And once you go through the email, you can go to Google University and just Google your little heart out. No problem. We don't have a problem with that at all. We just want you to get the correct information first, guys. That is all. All right, Frank, I'm out.
Thank you. God bless you, my friend.
God bless y'all.
Hey, family. I've been making a mistake. We're going to pick... Where was I? Where did I leave off? Someone help me out. I gave you the time frame and all that. Post it for me so I can look it up again. But I also want to tell you that... you know how I've been saying Halabusi? Oh, so embarrassing. I should have said Hezbollah. Oh, this is so embarrassing. I'm just, it's just a lot of things to remember. I mean, but how could I mess that up, huh? I want to thank Claire, our moderator. Is she an admin? Our moderator, Claire. Thank you, ma'am. Thank you so much, sweetheart, for making me aware of my mistake. So, the first whole part that we read, what it was about Hezbollah. The bad organization. And Halabusi himself, you know what? I actually wasn't that far off. Halabusi's a jerk now, too, doing the same thing, supporting Iran. But it shouldn't have been under the information I gave you. So where did I leave off? Can someone tell me? No. Somebody, daddy, speaker, more dangerous than the... Nope, that ain't it. 700. Nope, that ain't it. Ho hum. Oh, somebody's already bored, babe. I haven't even started yet.
Bye-bye.
We knew that, Frank. Oh, thank you. We forgive you, Frank, but we're going to beat you up later. Oh, okay, no problem. Come on, guys, help me out. Where'd I leave off? Monday, 9/12. Way to go, Ma Emma. It looks like that. Thank you, ma'am. What was it again? What was it? 9/12 Monday. Okay, hold on. You sure? I don't have a 9/12 for Monday. That's weird. How come here it is. So we left off when we was telling you that, Iran is desperate, those that are left, and they're doing everything they can. They're going to say they're going to tear down the whole country by the 14th and the 25th, back to the 14th or the 15th, who knows. Then they actually came out and they started talking about the budget. They're desperate. They're trying to grab anything, hurt anybody. And what I got here is Russian television reports 10 members. I already told you that, didn't I think? Let me do that again. Russian television reports 10 members of Iraqi parliament who are close with Iranian counterparts have been infected with the virus. Reports say that these 10 parliamentaries are at the Baghdad hospital. Monday, 6:54 a.m. Several planes with hundreds of U.S. troops of heavy equipment have landed at the northern base. I think I read all this, but let me do it real quick. Northern base by Anbar, saying USA reinforcing all bases there with extra protection. Parliament will next meet on the 14th, the virus 21st. Okay, Parliament will meet next Saturday, the 14th, after virus break. But Kurds have closed down entire month their parliament. Also, the Iraqi stock exchange will be closed until the 21st. Iranian militias still in the street burning tires, threatening Iraq will burn if Iraq gives in to the U.S. demands. Financial experts say that the 2020 budget may now be $100 billion overdue due to the oil prices low and based on $30 now versus $56 that it was, saying that the crash of the Iraqi economy has begun to not only because of the low oil prices, but the corruption of the parliament and other government government officials. Monday, 9:12 in the morning, I say to him, you know what? There's a simple solution. There's a simple solution. Raise the value. And they know that. And that's what they're doing. In my opinion, this whole call is in my opinion. Everything I say on this study of the Iraqi dinar is strictly in my opinion. That's the way. It's simple to get out of. Okay, but the United States figured it out. What do you say? That's the way too. That's way too simple, Frank, for them to figure it out to raise the value. And I said, laughing out loud, but the United States has figured it out. We recalculated. And to which he said, yes, sir. Eddie said that 7 big planes, galaxies by any chance? Mr. Frank, Eddie says that 7 big planes like your C5s. Yeah, that's them. What about it? The C5s, 7 C5s came in today with American troops and heavy American equipment. It is a big convoy of troops just pouring out of these planes, heading out to the different bases on the news. It's called the special buildup. Oh, I love being on the winning side, don't you? So Monday, 5:56 in the afternoon. I would like some help. Why not? Let me tell you what happened. Neil, Eddie, I need some help. It looks like on Out Shakira channel, the television channel, the Prime Minister and the Minister of Finance and the CBI governor-elect, maybe, or a representative, are going to talk to the citizens maybe this morning on television with a question and answer that promotes a monetary reform. We have the recording, and Delta is studying it right now. If you know anything about this, please, we'd appreciate your help. The broadcast was in promotion of the monetary reform that is about to come out with the new exchange rate. Sending now quickly, Frank. We found out already what it's about, but thank you. The speech was more about the oil prices than anything else. But we are still looking for this Q&A. Keep your eye out. And it turns out, family, that they went to an AA meeting. So the Q&A broadcast that we found, the video in Arabic, Delta checked it out and he says, no, this is about the oil prices, and that there is no really fear about the budget. And as far as, using the reserves, they feel that they found a solution to that. I told Delta, I said, well, you know what the solution is. Well, they're saying that the solution has been met and the budget will not have to be changed. What solution? And that they're not going to drain their bother their reserves. Really? The only way is to raise the value of their currency. So they went to an AA meeting. What was his name I told you? The Minister of Finance? I mean, he's being interviewed and they're talking to him. And what did I tell you on Monday? Look, the man is saying that, well, the way to fix the budget is to to rethink, to reconsider, to look back at, Remember I told you, you don't put something on your plate and go back for seconds when it wasn't on your plate in the first place. To rethink, reschedule, redo. What? The usage of the American dollar in the CBI auctions. Miracles of miracles. We've been waiting for that. What else? Our exchange rate. Yeah, to change it. You mean to add more value? Yeah. Miracles of miracles. What else? So, family, when this all happened, as I'm reading it to you, I mean, he says that they had this video, and but it was more about the oil prices. But then they started to talk to them more, and you saw the article about the exchange rate, about the budget, the oil prices, and then we get the video, and Delta listens to it, and he tells me about it. Interesting. Um, they went to an AA meeting. What happens when an alcoholic goes to an AA meeting? I guess for every time. But imagine the very first time you sit down, you're in a circle of other people that have the same burden, the same issue that you do. Nobody wants to admit it, but the very first thing you do is you admit it. Actually, the first thing you do is you say your name. You say your name. You say, "Hi, my name is Frank Villa, and I am an alcoholic." AA meetings are true self-confessions. To see these men, these new men that I think are being put in by the United States, literally just point blank in front of the television telling the citizens of Iraq, we're changing, we're changing our monetary reform. Hi, my name is Minister of Finance, and we're reconsidering the usage of the American dollar in the auctions. No, the only time you ever heard that was from me. The only time you ever heard that was from me. Did you ever read it in an article? Change the auctions by not using the American dollar. No, they say by using less foreign currency. They went to an AA meeting right after this, and they confessed the truth of what they're doing to the citizens, because the international world already knows. International world already knows. Anyways, I'm getting so many texts, it's making my phone throw up. I don't know where I last left off with you, family, and maybe we better speed this up. It's mucho. It's too much. Oh, dear God, help me, Lord, help me. Help me, Lord, help me. So yeah, that's what I told them. I said, we need help, get this out. And they did. They got back, and then we got to Delta and and he read or told me what it said. Now I'm telling you, and we moved forward. And now this is yesterday at 2:22 in the afternoon. We're headed down the home stretch. Hang in there, okay? This was yesterday at 2:22 in the afternoon. Oh, excuse me, 2:22 in the morning. Good morning, Mr. Frank. What's up? What? Eddie just reported, and he said that they just announced 7 new names for the prime minister from the blocks, that we wait to see who they are and what will be done. Really? Yeah. My goodness, let's do it again. Welcome to another chapter. As the sand pours in the Iraqi dinar monetary reform, today we find that out of nowhere, blocks, 7 new names have come out from independent blocks, exactly the way the citizens want. Oh, the drama of it all. What could come out of this? We'll find out right after this word from Nabisco. Oh, did I already do Nabisco? Nabisco? I'm sorry, we already did that one, didn't we? From S&H Top Value Stamps. Anyway, so, yeah, that's interesting, isn't it? The latest, and this was it was just yesterday. So really, we got 7 new names and for the prime minister, and they're all from the independent blocks. So we wait to see who they are. But in the meantime, oh, it's a disaster, right, media? It's a disaster, right, media? Up yours. In the meantime, we wait to see who they are. We're kind of excited to see who they are and what will be done. Oh, really? You're not booing, and you're not in the streets, and you're not turning over cars, and you're not mad, regardless of who the names are? Fascinating how things change so quickly as the sand pours. Because that's exactly what I told you, Eddie, but I also told you I respect it. And I give you all the room, all the margin to yell and say whatever you want. But I'll always be there and support you, my dear friend. Oh, San Antonio, Dallas, Houston, Texas. Guess what my phone just did?
Threw up.
He just threw up.
Hairball.
I got hairball.
It was that guy that was looking for his cat.
How'd he go? How'd he go? Oh my gosh. Oh shoot, I find humor in everything, man. Oh gosh, when you bury me, I'm gonna be cracking up laughing watching all of you guys. Ooh, he said on TV due to the current grade. What? I don't know. Oh my goodness, that's it. Finance TV, yes sir. Finance taking control. That ain't it either. Oh, God bless. Did you see that, Jan?
No.
Here I am enjoying myself, and it just threw up again. Oh, 7. Okay, there's the 7 big planes of 5 C5s. Sending now. Eddie says new 7 prime ministers. Okay, here we go. So Eddie says that they just announced 7 new names for the prime minister for the blocks. Oh, did you see that? Wait a minute. They're sending me. Oh, for the love of God. He's sending right now.
Oh, okay.
And as he's sending, it's shooting it back up. He's trying to tell me about the 2 Americans that died and the 1 British gun. But we know, and I didn't want to cover that, and I keep losing my track. I'm sorry, family. Bear with me. Oh, dear God. Please, God, help me. Yesterday, here we go, 9:00 something. Yesterday, 7:19 in the morning. This is close, isn't it? Yeah, here it is. Okay, 7 new names for the prime minister for the blocks. We wait to... Hope does not disappoint. Are we back, family? Can you hear me now? Why don't you debase girlies go play some? Why don't you? What was that about? Are we back? Okay, we're back. Let's get back to her. So yeah, oil prices that Iraq will be bankrupt within 2 months. Militia from Hezbollah, say it right this time, Frank. Militia from Hezbollah still in the streets with threats today that they will let you know more about the 7 names. 4 are from Alawi's list. Did you hear that? Isn't that good, babe? Did you hear that? 4 of those 7 names, family. 4 are from Alawi's list before, and 3 are new with no political connections to any parties, they say. Huh? Praise God. How about that? Parliament will have to be dissolved. I know. I told you. That's the ultimate goal of Trump, in my opinion. Parliament will have to be dissolved because they are saying on television that once they receive the budget, they will revise it and will get away with those large deficits and make changes to stabilize the budget. That would mean cutting out our reforms, Mr. Frank. That's what's making the deficit so large, and this will get very ugly if they try this. And I told you they're not, Eddie. So don't worry about it. It's another one of those stupid threats from a dying person. Yesterday, 7:19 in the morning. They don't even have the ability to do that, Eddie. Yesterday, 7:19 in the morning. Some of the planes yesterday that we saw from the United States of America had the Patriot missile system on board, Mr. Frank. The United States of America troops are installing the Patriot missile system here today at near the Ambar base. The United States of America is saying on TV to us that they will protect their troops in this region. I told you, Eddie. We know what's going on. We know how to take care of it, and they're being taken care of. Ta-da, there you go. And I know what happened this morning. Excellent report, gentlemen. Thank you very much. In my opinion, we are taking control of Iraq slowly but surely to protect it from Iran in all forms. Yes, sir, Mr. Frank. It looks that way. On TV, the financial teams are saying that they are reconsidering the currency auction and also the dollar exchange in order not to pile onto the poor class and burden them even more. Well, of course not, because they don't have any money. You're not going to get any money from the poor, from the citizens of Iraq. I mean, so don't even be thinking about taxing them to supplement the budget. You know darn well you don't have to go into your reserves anymore. You know very well that you're not going to suffer and cut back anything from that budget that is there with the reforms for the citizens. You know what to do, raise the value, and you're doing it. So that's it. But I love this. Look at these names. I mean, remember when they first came out and the citizens said, no, but this is the guy that you wanted? No. Well, how about this guy, Alawi? Nope. Come on, man, work with us. Nope. Why? Because we hate you. What do you mean you hate us? We're trying to make things better for you. We don't care if you're for us or against us. We hate all of you. And that's a sensitive button that you have to respect with the Iraqi citizens. But now look, what? Well, they went through the storm. I told that to Eddie today. Eddie, you got to go through the storm to get to the eye of the storm where I'm waiting for you. And every day they get closer and closer to the eye of the storm where I'm waiting for them. Yeah, the oil prices, they're saying the combination. Oh, here, Eddie just said that they'll announce the 7 new names from prime ministers from the bloc. So we wait to see who they are and what will be done. As news is saying, the combination of the virus and the low oil prices that Iraq will be bankrupt within 2 months. Militia from Hezbollah still in the streets with the threats today. Will let you know more about the 7 names, Mr. Frank. But 4 of them are from Alawi's list, and that makes us happy. Before and 3 are new with no political connections to any parties, they say. And yeah, the citizens are excited this time around. Isn't that amazing? They told you so. You know, and by the way, in all honor and glory to God. And then I can say, I told you so. Parliament will have to be dissolved because they are saying in television, once they receive the budget, they will revise it and will get away with those large deficits and make the change to stabilize the budget and all that. Well, I read all this. This could get ugly. It's not going to happen. Some of the planes yesterday, I already told you, the missile advanced system. The U.S. is saying that they will from now on protect. Excellent report, gentlemen. Yes, Mr. Frank. On TV, Mr. Frank, the finance teams are saying that they are reconsidering the currency auction and also the dollar exchange rate in order not to pile on onto the poor class the burden. Yeah, you can't get anything out of these poor citizens. Raise the value. Then I say to this report that was just sent, I say to them, oh my goodness. Oh my goodness, that's exactly what we're looking for because of the question and answer broadcast that we know is eventually going to be coming out. And you can identify exactly what he's saying about the exchange rate and exactly what he's saying about the auctions. He should be saying they're going to stop using the American dollar and raise the dinar. But he's not ready to say that yet. Let's see when he does. Mr. Frank, he said on television that due to the current crisis, they will revisit the currency auction and also the dollar exchange rate to help the citizens. Mr. Frank, this is getting very good. Yeah, I know. Albeit a lot of talk about what a failure Halabusi, this time it is Halabusi, how Halabusi is and will be called out next week. He's the Speaker of the House. Halabusi, you're next. And that's why I said that, to tell you the truth, I said the wrong name, but it was the same thing. You can, you know, the names are interchangeable. You know what I mean? Halabusi, or Hezbollah. No. Okay, yesterday, 2:21 in the afternoon, Parliament stated that they will add about 700 billion dinars to the budget to cover the deficit, all from a mobile phone account money virus in Iran, setting rapid. Many doctors and nurses have it, and they have a shortage of doctors. As far as the coverage, They never told you where they got the where they got the extra funds, but I'm not going. I don't have the time. We're going too far, and we got to end this. Deputy Speaker says that the Iraqi parliament is more dangerous than the virus and must be dissolved. Wow, Mr. Frank. Well, no, wow. That's what I told you, okay? Well, okay, that's what I told you. They're dissolving the government. Well, actually, maybe that's why you're saying wow, because wow, you were right. And so then I say, do you understand? Do you realize that they are talking about changing the rate and not using the American dollar in the auction? This is exactly what I told you would happen. Praise God. Yes, Mr. Frank, they said in an interview that they would revisit. Not that they were just revisit, so let's not that they were just revisit. So let's hope they do it, do this in is Iraq. Oh, that was all messed up. So in other words, he said, no, they said they would just go revisit it. Yeah, but again, you don't go back to something unless you were there in the first place. And that's what I said. That's what I just said. I said, if you revisit something, it's because you've been there before. Oh, laughing out loud, he says, that's true, but this is Iraq, remember? Eddie says, as long as that, next time we just leave it in a little bottle. This is a nightmare. Eddie says, as long as the corruption parliament and the Iranian influence, we will not see this. We will not see this. That has to go on. That has to go no other way. They just prove that by not voting Alawi in. Oh Lord, I have to be patient with Eddie. Doesn't matter what it is, they see negative, and I don't blame them. Alrighty, today, we're almost there. 2:11 in the morning. For real, man. And you today, 2:11 in the morning. The United States of America government spokesman is telling Iraq today that they have no objections to Mahdi staying in office. I told you, so because he's a kiss, kiss behind now, anyways, and he better be. We need him because we need him to help us control Iran, and especially whatever's left of Iran presence in the GOI. The U.S. has no objections to Mahdi. Oh, really? What if we did? Then he wouldn't be, would he? Told you. The United States has no objection staying in office. Citizens in the streets close to the green zone again today, burning tires regardless of the virus. They're still out. 7:33 in the morning. Parliament postponed 2 weeks due to the virus. 9 a.m. in the morning. Ministers been interviewed saying expect to reduce the rate of the dinar. What? Now here we go again. As the sand pours in the monetary reform of the Iraqi dinar. Today, ladies and gentlemen, we have these elite bozos that are still trying to cause problem. And now, after they said, we're going to change the budget, they couldn't. After they said, we're going to burn the place down, and they didn't. After they said all they can, now they're coming out and they're saying, we expect to reduce the rate of the Iraqi dinar and the employee salaries to help offset the low oil prices. He's stupid. He's stupid. And look at here. Once again, well, here it is. I love how Eddie says, oh my God, OMG, Mr. Frank. Come on, OMG. You don't say OMG. Stop it. You crack me up every time you do that. Why don't you say something? I'm sorry. But, oh my God. What, Eddie? Oh my God, Mr. Frank, they're saying they're going to reduce the value. These fools are cutting what little we get instead of raising the dinar. We give up. This will never happen. So much corruption. Come on. Come on, Eddie. Come on, man. Just pour another beer. You'll be all right. Listen, my friend, everything I've told you has come about. Everything I told you that wouldn't come about didn't come about. This is an AA meeting, Eddie, where your country is confessing the truth of what they're doing. Anyways, I'm almost done, family. Let's see here. So what was that? Here, shoot. If you see this, look at that. You see that? Stay away from that video. Idiots. These are the bozos that think that they can make decisions that have nothing to do with what's going on. You should have seen, oh, by the way, tomorrow, walking stick. Walking stick, okay? He gets operated, so that we pray for walking stick. By the way, Claire, prayer warriors. How many we got? Two prayer warriors, Dan?
Oh, we have a lot.
Oh, we have one coordinator, and then she has about 4 people under her. Prayer warriors. I'm asking for prayer for 2 subjects. Put this inside of our form and outside of our form. Number 1 for walking sticks operation. The first one will occur tomorrow. Then there will be another one that will occur next week. It is the blood pressure. The blood pressure could dramatically drop, especially under anesthesia, and he just simply would die. He has no problems with dying. I just have a problem in missing him if he has to go. There's a backup for a backup. Everything will be communicated to me tomorrow as it's happening. Prayer number 2, my father. My father was that close to coming home from the rehab center that he's at, but something went wrong, and he got a temperature, and it spiked pretty high. Thank God it came down, but finally, they did quarantine him yesterday, but finally the doctor came today to see him. They've determined that he has a kidney infection, plus he has
Maybe
pneumonia. These are 2 different types of bacterial strains that the body, it's hard for him to fight at his age. And he's lost probably about a good roughly 20 pounds. He's weaker and frailer. But he's still there, and he still smiles, and I'm asking for prayers. My father's name is Ezekiel. And God knows who Walking Stick is. Would you all pray for them? I appreciate it. Prayer warriors, can you please post these 2 request prayers on our form constantly? Today, 10:51 in the morning, they're talking about they about to devalue our dinar, Mr. Frank, and cut salaries to citizens. Unbelievable here. So you see, this is the new fear tactic. This is another day as the sand pours. Got it? And Eddie will get over this as well too. How stupid. Alrighty, it's a program rate. And you're gonna make it less than a program rate? What's less than nothing? What's less than used toilet paper? They're about to devalue. And look at what I said to him. He says we can't because it's happening right in front of us. He says, oh, "Come on, man, we can't because it's happening right in front of us." I said, "I tell you what, hey, look, I love you, Eddie. You need to get through the storm and reach the eye of the storm, where I am waiting for you and praying for you." He says more politicians now have moved to Jordan. Many have left, but now borders are closing. It's all over the billboards today, telling citizens because of the oil price cutting that the value of the dinar and the salaries are going to make up for it. Nope, that's Iranian billboard crap that they put up there. That's their garbage. And then finally today at 2:46, Mr. Frank, 2 American soldiers and 1 British soldier were killed today during missile attacks. Yeah, we know. During missile attacks near Ambar Base. It was announced today. And there's one of our U.S. representatives announcing that as well, too. Well, ladies and gentlemen, that brings you up to date on what's going on with our Firefly, and it gives you their point of view. I hope that you understand the theme of today was that the fear tactics that were used as great weapons by Iran against Iraqi citizens, it ain't there no more. And it's been replaced by the big stick of the United States of America. You know what I mean, Teddy? You know what I mean, Teddy? You carry a big stick, and you know you walk softly, but you carry a big stick. And that's what President Trump is. He's got one big stick. You don't want to get hit by it. And Iran right now is being clobbered by it. I mean, remember that the Flintstones? What was it? I love Tabitha. Remember Tabitha's boyfriend? Bam Bam! What's your name, boy? Bam Bam! Bam Bam! He pound any. That's what President Trump is doing right now. Trump, what you doing? Bam Bam! On anybody and everybody. Bam Bam! So, let's hope that we reach the point, like at an AA meeting, where they said Pebbles. Who was? Tabitha was Ivy Witch. Wrong girl. Let's hope that we reach the level, like at an AA meeting, where self-confessions are being done for the better, not only of that individual, but of all those individuals, all those citizens. I want to thank you for being with me. Okay, I'll see you guys on Friday on our team chat. If you don't know how to get, are you a member of my forum? You're not. What's the matter with you? Let me make you a deal you can't refuse. Get a pencil and paper. Here's a gentleman by the name of Steve. Steve has been a blessing to my wife and I. I'm not going to forget you, Steve. I'll give you one of my, half of one. I'll let you look at one of my cookies, okay? But anyway, Steve, thank you for what you've done. And ladies and gentlemen, you want to get into our forum and you don't know how to navigate, you're not too computer savvy, or you just don't like computers or whatever, or you're having trouble with your iPhone because your iPhone is a completely different format than your personal computer, right? So you gotta be fair about it. So you need help? You come into our forum. We also have premium. That's $10 a month. If you can't afford it, tell Steve. Excuse me. Tell Steve, we'll give you a month free. We give a lot of them away free. So we got no problems with that. God gives my wife and I plenty. We're not to hog it all. So the phone number is 440. Write this down because this is Steve's phone number, okay? Steve's phone number is 440-296-2333. Once again, Steve, 440-296-2333. And you just tell him, look at here, I need help. And if he doesn't answer, just leave him a message. He'll get back with you. If you have any questions on our products, or like the one today that we talked about, you want to order it, you have questions about it, Will's there for y'all. If not, so am I. When you call Will, tell him you're with KTFA, you want to be signed up under Frank and Tink, and he'll do it. Or call me directly. What's my phone number? My phone number is 419-283-2552. 419-283-2552. I've had a wonderful time with y'all, and I'll see you on Friday in my forum only, right? And in premium inside my forum. On Saturday, we'll be back on our UB2B, and we'll do our question and answer. And then on that there coming Monday, we go back to our big production. That last Monday, I can't believe that I was in front of you for 8 hours, just about. I mean, it almost sounds ridiculous. You tell another guru that you're with me that long, they won't be able to understand it. We're not a cult. I've been called that as well too. We're not a cult. Well, we are of Christ. Y'all take care. I'll talk to you again, okay? God bless. Aloha. Aloha. Soon enough. Bye-bye. Hey, somebody's getting married on Friday. Dear God, we got to get with them too. And then there's also a funeral out in the ocean. Every day there's somebody that wants us to do something with them, so that's interesting. We're going to a wedding, and then we're going to a funeral, and then we're fascinating. Alrighty, how do I turn this off?
Up on that corner X.
That's my name. That's how I sign my name. Why should I push my name?
No, X.
The X, right?
Yeah,
You want me to
there's
push the X?
Yep.
That's my name. That's how I sign my name. So let's see, push the X. Push. Ooh, are you sure you want to stop streaming?
End.
End?
Yep. End it.
Okay, look. Can you see? Are you sure you want to stop streaming?
Yes.
Well, look, what's this real fine print? It says, if not, then push here and you receive 100 cookies.
No.
It does say that.
No.
It does say that.
No.
It does.
No.
Let's go buy 100 cookies.
No.